Why is it so difficult to feel and stay balanced in life? I'm going to share how to create balance in your life, how to recognize when you're out of balance, and how to maintain balance during challenging times. We are going to dive into the Indigenous medicine wheel to discover what your strengths and weaknesses are and how to maintain balance in your life. Lastly, a guided meditation to balance the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. A workbook is available for download and is in the description below. Hi, I'm Yellow Hand Spirit Woman. I've been a practicing shaman for over 30 years and have been blessed with learning from traditional Indigenous healers and seers throughout the United States. The reason for these teachings is to provide tools for your spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical being to move through this world and its struggles with knowing, awareness, love, and ease. I look forward to sharing my energy and knowledge. If you are learning and enjoying this content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. In order for me to grow and reach a larger audience, your support is vital. All right, let's get on with it. In the previous video titled Spiritual Learning and Gifts, I spoke on the 6th sacred Indigenous teaching. The process of developing new personal qualities is called true learning. The 7th sacred Indigenous teaching delves deeper into the 4 dimensions of true learning. A person learns in a whole and balanced manner when the mental, spiritual, physical, and emotional dimensions are involved in the process. The physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual always mirror each other. It is possible to heal and balance all 4 parts of our being by working on one area. Notably, the emotional body is the least mature and requires the most effort and growth. Working with the medicine wheel is a perfect example of learning and growing utilizing the 4 aspects of who you are. You will discover where your work lies and how to come back into balance. Finding this balance of true learning is a lifelong pursuit. Our goal is to become and express the wisest part of our being. This is achieved when we are in line with who we truly are. When faced with a decision, the best choice is the one that causes you to feel the most uplifted. That is who you truly are. All First Nations believe that their values and traditions were gifts from the Creator. One of the most important and most common teachings was that people should live in harmony with the natural world and all it contained, to act in life-giving ways. They find their balance in knowing who they are and what their role is within their community. Returning to these practices will create balance and harmony within yourself and within the world. The medicine wheel. It requires courage to look into the mirror and see what is being reflected back. This act helps us with our creative vision to see exactly where we are in life and which areas need work to develop to realize our full potential. The teaching creates a spiritual foundation for human behavior and the interaction within the cycles of life, to walk on Mother Earth in a peaceful and good way. This teaching assists in developing healthy minds, strong inner spirits, inner peace, and strong, healthy bodies. When looking at the circle of life, we always begin in the east because this is where the sun rises and the day begins. By using the medicine wheel, you will discover where your work lies and how to come back into balance. Finding this balance of true learning is a lifelong pursuit. Our goal is to become and express the wisest part of our being. This is achieved when we are in line with who we truly are. The East is the physical quadrant and represents the teacher archetype. It is our physicalness that enables us to act and do, to learn and know through responding. The color is yellow. The season is spring. The life stage is birth, infancy, and childhood, innocence and curiosity. Tobacco is the medicine, and the element is water. Key words: service, receiving, balance, growth, beginnings. Life lessons are to develop the warmth of the spirit, purity, trust, and hope, unconditional love, courage, truthfulness, guidance, and leadership. The capacity to remain in the present moment. The east is where we come from. It represents the springtime and the spring of life. It is where we begin our journey as human beings, coming from the spirit world into the physical world. We are born when, as a spirit, we ask the Creator to go on an earth walk. The Creator grants this request with 4 gifts. The gifts of picking our parents so that they will help us come to an agreement, a balance within ourselves. The gift of picking and choosing how we are going to be born and how we are going to die. Our journey begins here when the Creator breathes the spirit of life into us. We are a spirit on a physical journey until our last breath. Life is a gift. To honor that gift, we are given tobacco. All life is spirit. It is the wind, the earth, the fire, the water. All things that are alive with energy and movement. When we talk about life, we are talking about spirit, and so we give thanks every day to those things that we cannot exist without, because we need them on our journey. We begin our day with the act of thanksgiving by taking a little bit of tobacco and placing it in a clean place outside with Mother Earth. We are giving thanks for this day. We are humbled to be an expression of the Creator and grateful for the breath of life once again. A First Nations prayer to the Creator. Thank you for giving me the breath of life. Thank you for the world, for the life-giving earth, and for Grandfather Fire that warms me when I am cold. Thank you for all life, everything that exists in nature. Thank you for the cycles of time, the fall, the winter, the spring, and summer. For all these things affect my being with their gift of creation. The gift of tobacco in the eastern direction reminds us to be grateful for all life. Grateful in the way of being humble and knowing that we will always require guidance and protection and cannot exist without the gifts of the natural world around us. The physical quadrant represents our physical experience in the world, our physiology, and our ability to heal when balanced. We feel open, flexible, healthful. Our vitamin and mineral elements are balanced. We're free of pain, toxicity, and acidity. Techniques to bring the physical body into balance. Simple movements and slow, balanced, repetitive sequences. Meditation, walking, massage, walking barefoot on Mother Earth, playing in the dirt, water, soil, and sand, yoga, stretching, and weight-bearing exercises that let you feel the strength in your own body and the union of all physical things. Because the physical body is the most dense and created from earth, an illness or disease is seen in the energetic bodies firstly, and the physical manifestation is last. Energy workers will see a tear, gap, or a weakness in the auric field before the physical manifestation has occurred. Therefore, the disruption can be cleared before an illness. I was working on a client and I saw a gray and disorganized energy surrounding his stomach. I asked him if his stomach was upset. He said no. I worked on repairing the hole in his energy field. Later that evening, he had terrible pains in his stomach, and he was hospitalized for E. coli for 1 week. He felt that the work that I did on him saved him many days of recovery. These are the following reflections to consider when looking at the East Yellow Quadrant. How is your body feeling today? Are you grounded? Do you listen to your body? Are you feeding your body in a healthful way? Are you including movement and breath in your daily routine? Do you practice good sleeping routines and habits? Are you able to live in the moment? Can you relax? Are you grateful for your physical body? Does your body feel safe? Do you feel open to the world? The South Quadrant represents the mental aspect of who you are and is the healer archetype. The season is summer. The life stage is youth, adolescence, seeking, questioning. The medicine is cedar. The element is fire. Keywords: truth, beliefs, knowledge, wisdom, stories, our histories, our conditioning. Life lessons: generosity, sensitivity, loyalty, unconditional love, testing of body, self-control, the gifts of music and art, opening to creative pathways, the capacity to express feelings openly in ways that's respectful to others. In the southern direction of the medicine wheel, everything is thriving. The trees have awakened, producing their leaves. Life itself is awake and dancing because the summer stage is here, a time of continued nurturance for all of creation, when everything is new and growing quickly. Youth resides here in this direction. Youth are in the quandary stage, not old enough to be an adult, but no longer a child. The southern direction reminds us to look after our spirit. Youth also reminds us to be mindful of our struggles, to remember our humble beginnings as a child, and to nurture the youth themselves, who are searching because they are still growing and in need of guidance and protection. That is why summer is the time of continued nurturance, where we learn to cultivate our spirits. The gift of cedar was given to help us in this direction. We are reminded that spirit lives inside of us, and we must be mindful and nurture our spirit. Grandmother Cedar helps us with her medicine. She takes from us all the things we don't need on our journey. Once we're ready to give them up, she takes them from us and makes us anew. That is why cedar is considered a cleansing medicine for body and the soul. The mental body represents our thoughts, attitudes, judgments, and prejudices, and how we perceive our worth and value in the world. All things intellectual, including analytical thought, how we process information, how we learn in school, and how we use our words, including focus, clarity, direction, and contributions to creation and society. It is a key element in thoughts becoming reality. How the mental body should behave when balanced. Proactive problem solving, concise communications, innovations coming to fruition with clarity and ease, and the ability to solve emotional, physical issues in a direct and supportive way. How we bring the mental into balance. Yoga, moderate cardio, sharing your thoughts with a trained specialist, and being in touch with emotions and spirituality for balance. The type of person living mostly in the mental body tends to overthink and overdrive and doesn't let go of emotional strife or forgive easily or often. They might need to reroute, working through old emotional issues, and often need a mental release, which most oftenly comes from strong emotional support or handing the reins over to a mentor who can lead them through positive thought mantras or positive stress releasing actions. Reflections for the South, the mental aspect and the healer archetype. Are you overthinking? Are you actively learning daily? Do you visualize your day in the morning before rising from bed? Do you feel clear and focused? Are you able to solve your issues directly and in a supportive way? Do you focus on what is working in your life? Are you able to stay calm when you need to be clear? The West Quadrant represents your emotions and is the visionary archetype. The aspect, again, is emotional and allows us to feel and know through relating. The color is red. The season is autumn. The life stage, adulthood, providing for others, and caretaking. The medicine is sage. The element is earth. The keywords, healing, vibration, expression, inspiration, dancing your dance. Life lessons, creating a strong connection to your dreams, developing a relationship with the spirit and the universe, perseverance when challenged, balance between passionate loyalty and spiritual insight, acquire the use of personal or sacred objects, understanding one's purpose, and clear vision of your path. The Western Quadrant is the adult stage. It is here that the growth from summer has come to ripen. It is a time of harvest, and so, for much of creation, the physical journey is over, and that life crosses back into the spirit world. The sun setting in the west signifies the death of a day, and so we die many deaths in a lifetime. And just as an old thought or feeling dies and a new one emerges, we die many deaths in a single day. So there is a constant change within us. We dance around that western doorway many times in a day to honor the death spirit. As we move through adulthood, death and loss become more and more visible. In the light of death, we must accept that constant change is here with us. The West also represents the heart, the evaluator of what's going on in my life. As adults, it is important to be in touch with this evaluator, your heart, because it helps us to see the cycle of life, to appreciate and enjoy the fruits of life, and to accept aging and change, making peace with our lives and deaths. We are given the responsibility to nurture our hearts so that we may be in balance and see the medicine wheel for what it is. To help us, we have been gifted the medicine of sage, to smudge ourselves, burn the sage, and bring the smoke over our heads, and we are given the gift of clearing our minds and hearts so that we may prepare well for the rest of our journey. The Western Quadrant teaches us about death and the power of change and healing and finding peace. Doesn't necessarily come from the head, it comes from the heart. Death can be a place of freedom, freedom to go on, freedom to be. It is important to remember freedom because only then can we go on to enjoy the northern direction after we have given careful consideration to these teachings in the West. The emotional body represents the bridge between the physical and the mental. It is where our experience of the world is synthesized and interpreted. It represents our feelings and relationship to all things. The connection between the mental and emotional bodies is why there are always different sides to a story or situation. If the bodies are unbalanced, those situations can be greatly misread and misunderstood. When balanced, it represents centering and acting from the heart space. How to bring the emotional body into balance. Anything that releases emotion, tension, stress, and anxiety will create clear running waters. Depending on the person, this might require something like meditation, dance, cardio, comedy club, or breathing techniques. Reflections for the West Quadrant. Do you feel you communicate openly? Are you able to perceive when you are out of alignment? How much does fear and anxiety control your thoughts? Do you have a clear direction of where you are going in life? Do you let go and enjoy the moment? Do you meditate daily? Does your mind support your dreams? The North Quadrant is your spirit and the warrior archetype. This aspect, the spiritual side of ourselves, enables us to see and have vision. Knowledge is revealed. The color is white. The season is winter. The life stage, the element is air. The keywords in the North Quadrant: detachment from hate, jealousy, desire, anger, and fear. Ability to see the past, present, and future as interrelated. The northern direction is the rest period. Some call it the remembrance, because after death, you rest and contemplate what has happened. But rest is also used here to be mindful of the physical body, to remember to care for and nurture our physical bodies when you are tired. Rest, just as in the winter, the earth rests from her labors. When you are hungry, eat, and know what you are ingesting and what is good food for your body. This is a time of reflection on being a child, a youth, and an adult. And so it is here that we honor our elders. This is where they reside, along with the pipe carriers and the lodge keepers, because their ceremonies provide us with teachings of the medicine wheel in all directions. They also help us make peace by embracing all those aspects of ourselves, the child, the youth, and the adult, so that we may be able to feel and experience the fullness of self. This is a place of wisdom. This is what we learn from the 4 stages of the medicine wheel, that all of life's cycles is beautiful, the sadness and the joy, life and death, and that they are all one, and that beauty itself resides within the balance of the whole circle. Spirit is the connection to all things. Spirit provides protection, union, help, and guidance, including outside resources as well as those who have passed on. It connects us to all that is. The North Spiritual Quadrant represents the unity of all living things, including the union between our soul, life experience, and destiny. Breath work, gratitude, humbleness, generosity, and see the act of giving. See others as you see or wish to see yourself, and act accordingly. Also, it's key to connect personal gain with universal oneness, and to understand that heaven is within, that you are always in caring company, and no one physically holds your key to ultimate consistent joy.
The Medicine Wheel Meditation. And ask you to get comfortable, relaxed, feet on the ground, getting comfortable, calm. I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, count to 3, hold it, and exhale. On this next breath, as you're inhaling, you're opening up and connecting yourself to spirit. And as you're breathing in love, light, and your exhale. One more in breath. Hold and exhale. You close your eyes as long as you're safe, and continue to relax. Breathing in and out. Concentrate on your breath. Feeling relaxed. You find yourself walking in the woods, and there's a beautiful spring river flowing gently And you keep walking. And you go through a bunch of trees. And it opens up into a large meadow. All kinds of wildflowers. And you can smell spring in the air. As you're walking, you see a medicine wheel laid out on the ground. And you walk into the east quadrant, which is springtime, infancy and childhood, innocence and curiosity. And you're thinking of when you were a child, and when you were so carefree, and you could just run in the woods, giggling and laughing in glee. And you take a deep breath in, and you breathe in the spirit of the child within you, who looks through the world with innocence and curiosity. And you dwell here in the east quadrant, the physicalness of who you are. And you think about how warm your spirit is, your ability to have trust and hope. You express unconditional love, and you are incredibly courageous. You have the capacity to remain in the present moment. The east is where we come from. Now we'll be moving into the south quadrant, and you walk over and you find yourself in the south. It is summertime. Your mind is resting. You feel at peace. Flowers are blooming. The sun is out. It feels so warm. This is your adolescent state. You're seeking and questioning, and not quite an adult yet. But you remember those years. You remember the risks, challenges, and you invite back by your breath the adolescence of who you are. And this is a place where you see your wisdom, the stories that you tell yourself, your histories, and you think about generosity, your sensitivity, unconditional love, self-control. You think of your love and your joy for music and art, and the opening of all creative pathways. And you breathe that in, and you remember to invite that back into your being. Here we're reminded that spirit lives inside of us. Be mindful and nurture our spirit. You spend some time here balancing your mental mind and honoring your mind and how well it works, but growing your ability to practice controlling your thoughts and moving them into life-giving thoughts. And you invite this back into your spirit. Now you're going to walk over to the west quadrant, the emotional side of who you are. You think of your healing, the vibration that you have, how you express yourself, what inspires you, and you invite, by your breath, back into your being, your ability to dance your dance. You accept and understand your spiritual insight. You can see your purpose clearly, and you know your path. The west is the adult stage. We are in fall, and you're feeling a cool air, and you sense that the trees are starting to turn and want to fall. Put your hand on your heart, and you breathe, and you move into your heart. And what is your heart telling you? We know that life is change. We need to heal. Peace doesn't come from the head. It comes from the heart. You're breathing in the joy and the glee and the fun of summer. You run, play, even as an adult. You feel strong and capable. Remembering your emotions are the bridge between the physical and the mental. It represents your feelings and relationship to all things. And breathing in the young adult self. Breathe in, knowing you are ready to move north, to move into the north quadrant, which is your spiritual side, the side that allows you to see and have vision where knowledge is revealed. This is the elder stage, old age. So wisdom is gained through experience. In this quadrant, in our spiritual self, to open your heart and breathe in and increase your ability for forgiveness, empathy, compassion, surrender. You feel wise. All this knowledge within you is your wisdom. You feel yourself detaching any negative feelings, hate, jealousy, anger, fear, because you can see that everything that's happened to you has happened for you. And you take these four aspects, you've moved them into your being. You feel balanced, and you are now ready to walk into the center of the medicine wheel. When you look at the east, the south, the west, and the north. You're feeling strong, balanced, ready to move into the world, bringing the child life, bringing the child joy and glee, and carrying it into your day. And you're breathing, breathing. And I want you to just move into your heart and remember what this balance feels like, knowing that you are connected to all that is. Anything that you need will come to you freely and easily today. Quadrant-physical.